for some more people on TikTok to start showing up here. So just give me a couple of minutes, and then we'll take a look at Avantis and VVV, of course, your favorite. I'm still setting things up here right now. Let's see. Mhm. I guess I'll flip the camera over. Hey, we got what in the chat. I see you. What? Just waiting for a few more people to join. I just literally started a live stream not too long ago. Let's see. All right, guys, let's get started. Why not? We're looking at the price of Bitcoin currently trading at 72,997, just shy of 73K. We've seen Bitcoin get as high as like $73,477. I'm on the 1 hour time frame. It looks like we're getting a small pullback from that $73,400 area. This is an area that, I thought that Bitcoin could possibly kind of top out, maybe get a reaction when we get knocked down. If we do get knocked down, I would expect us to, if you're interested in long in Bitcoin, maybe try to long Bitcoin at this white line here. This is the 21 exponential moving average. And I would like try to take a long at 72,400. Okay, it's about $1,000 shy from the high from today. And I think that's just an area where we could get maybe a bounce because if we do dip down to that white line on the 1 hour time frame, we don't normally stay below it for too long before we bounce up. If Bitcoin's going to continue being bullish and just going up and to the right, up and to the right, then I would expect that 21 EMA to be a good area to try to long Bitcoin if that's what you guys are interested in doing here. Okay. Let's just scroll out to the let's just zoom out to the daily time frame here. If Bitcoin was to continue being bullish, right? Just like I've said earlier in previous live streams, I think this 50 moving average, this green line here, is this 50 moving average on a daily time frame is at 75,800. I think that's going to be your take profit target for you swing traders out there and you day traders out there. For the hodlers, you really don't care. You probably just want to buy, on the next dip. But just keep in mind that there might be a reaction here. If you're done hodling, then maybe 70, 75, 76K is going to be your target area here for Bitcoin. It's an area that we topped out at back in the middle of March here. So, why not, try to get out at that area. Last time we were at that area, we didn't stay there for too long before we started dropping down. So just keep that in mind that, we could do a double top and start dropping down on Bitcoin once we hit 75, 76K. But we shall see. We're waiting for the peace talks with Iran and United States to get started in Pakistan. And I believe that's going to happen like probably around midnight. They're like 12 hours ahead of us. So it's like, I think 6 a.m. in Pakistan right now, but like around like 12 o'clock in the afternoon for them is going to be like 12 o'clock at night for us here in the United States. So when you guys are about to go to bed is probably when we're going to find out if peace talks went well or not. So if you guys are late night owls, you might want to just check the charts here on Bitcoin and crypto because we might actually see some movement later on tonight around 12 o'clock at night. And I see that we got Laureen in chat. Thank you, Laureen, for making it into the chat. I know it's a little bit past your bedtime. It is Friday night, though. But, I know it's a little bit late past your bedtime still. So I'm glad that you were able to make it into the chat here, Laureen. Thank you for sending me the high bear and the heart me. Appreciate that. Let's see what else. Did I miss anything? Do we have any requests here from my TikTok guys? Oh, okay, yeah, request for Aria by what? Let me go ahead and write that down. We did have a guy here on YouTube make a request before the TikTok guys started showing up here. So let me write down Avantis was one request here. Then I'll go to Aria, and then I'll come back and he had another request for VVV. So we'll look at Avantis, then Aria, and then VVV. Um, and then yeah, and then if we have any more requests, let me just check real quick here. Do we have any more requests besides that? Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for now. Um, let's see. We got K Grant in the YouTube. I believe that's Keith. How you doing, Keith? Good to see you in the YouTube live stream here. Appreciate you coming in. You said I'm on portrait, not landscape. Yeah, I'm doing a TikTok live stream on the computer, and I'm doing the YouTube on the phone right now. I still got to figure out how to do a live stream where I can do both of them on the same webcam. I got to figure out how to do the stream key for that. But yeah, we're doing a dual live stream. We're doing YouTube and TikTok, and right now YouTube is on the phone and TikTok is on the computer. All right. Thank you, Lorraine, for smashing that like button. Don't forget to smash that like button, guys. We got up to like over 1,200 likes here on TikTok already. Appreciate that. I think we'll probably get to 2,000 by the next time I check it. But anyways, Bitcoin. If it does decide to dump from here, levels to look at is once again, we've talked about this already. 67K is going to be the level to look for. But here on the daily time frame, you also got the 21 EMA could act as support at 69K. So I think anywhere between 67 and 69K is going to be a support zone for whatever dumpy dump action we get with Bitcoin here. Okay. But moving on from that, let's take a look at Avantis, and then we'll take a look at Audio and VVV. And Lorraine, can you just give me a check here on the volume? Is it too loud? I turned the volume down and the music down on my computer, but I don't know if it's a little bit too loud for you guys there on TikTok. I think my YouTube guys, they're probably fine with the way the volume is right now. Let's see. Avantis on Bitstamp? Sure, why not? Oh no, I don't like that. Let's do Avantis on Coinbase. Okay, a little bit better. A little bit better. Let's see. What did Lorraine have to say about the volume there? Nothing yet. Okay. I guess the volume must be fine because I haven't heard anybody complain about it yet. Keith says that the volume is pretty good on YouTube. All right, awesome. Okay, so we'll just continue on with the way things are, the way they are right now. We're looking at Avantis currently trading at 14 cents right now. And let me see. Avantis currently trading at 14 cents, been in a downtrend. Are we done with, dropping down and to the right? Is the bleeding going to stop on Avantis? That's probably what we want to know. Well, I can show you here on my chart here, these green lines here. This is part of my deluxe algo indicator that's trying to spot bullish divergence. Bullish divergence is good to see. It gives you an idea that we might be bottoming out. It's the beginning of bottoming out. So that's good to see that it's starting to show up here on the daily time frame. However, you've been having bullish divergence and the price really hasn't really been, reversing to the upside yet. Okay, you had a bullish divergence back here in December of last year, going into like February of this year. Some more bullish divergence from March going into April of this year. And just double check it. I just want to make sure that that is actually the case here. Do we have higher lows here on the RSI? Kind of, sort of. I see a little bit of a higher low here at 28 versus a higher low versus a low at 26 here in early March. So yeah, there is bullish divergence starting to show up here. Let me just draw this out for you guys so you can understand what's going on here. There's ever so slightly bullish divergence here. You're making lower lows on price. You're making higher lows here on the RSI. All this is telling me is that the buyers are stepping up. They're stepping up to the plate to try and take a swing at Vantis at these low prices of about like 14 and 12 cents here. So that's good to see. That means buyers are interested and buying Avantis at these low prices. And has Avantis ever been this low? Well, not on Coinbase Exchange. This chart data is coming from all this data is coming from Coinbase Exchange, and it looks like Avantis started trading here on Coinbase back in September of last year. It was at like 25 cents. We're actually lower than 25 cents. We're at 14 cents here on Avantis. So that is no bueno. Excuse me for my Spanish there, but yeah, it's no bueno that we are below what we were doing in September when we first started trading on the exchange. However, you got bullish divergence. What I want to see here with Avantis, good thing to see is that we got above the 21 EMA. However, we have gone above the 21 EMA back here in March, only for us to lose it. I don't want to lose it again because that's just going to be discouraging and disheartening to the bulls and the longs that are out there. Okay, what I want to see is I want to see Avantis actually probably start going up to higher prices here. All right, and probably make it up to that 50-day moving average, that green line there. Maybe it gets rejected, doesn't actually drop down to where we started from. Maybe it actually comes here to this line of support that I kind of drew out at 16.5 cents. This was an area that I thought was interesting for Avantis. Come here, make a higher low, start going up to higher prices, and you got yourself an uptrend going. That's what we want to see. Doesn't mean that we're actually going to get that, but I want to see something like that for Avantis here because we need to do something different besides going down and to the right because you're just in a downtrend right now. You're just going down and losing money every day, every week, every month as the months go by and the weeks go by here. Okay. But yeah, if Avantis does start to change direction and go up to the higher prices here for us, I would expect a rejection off that green line, that 50-day moving average for sure. And then let's see, I highlighted 16.5 cents here. Why did I highlight 16.5 cents? I think it was just a high volume node using my VRVP indicator. Let me just go ahead and put on that bad boy for a second here. And yeah, you can see there's these green bars and red bars here are showing you like some volume nodes here. And you got a high volume node here right around like 16.5 cents here. So that could be a next target to the upside for the day traders out there. And even the swing traders, if we get up to 16.5 cents, maybe you might want to de-risk and take off some Avantis off the table here. But yeah, for sure, if we get up to that 50 moving average, there's somewhat some high volume there. And volume kind of actually drops off. Actually, if you can get past 21 cents here, you're going to see probably a pop up to higher prices. You probably might head right up to that 100-day moving average, sitting at 25, 26 cents right now. So those are some targets to look for the upside. And I don't think I need to cover the downside. Just don't go lower than what you did here earlier in April when you're at like 12 cents. Don't go lower than 12 cents because it could get nasty and brutal out there for Avantis. All right, moving on from Avantis, we're going to take a look at Aria. Oh, I spelled it wrong. All right, let's see. USD. It's on Aria AI is on Mexi, I see. DZ says you got out of bonk to get into Avantis. Why is the market lame today? The market is lame because we're just waiting for the peace talks. We don't know if we're going to be bullish or bearish. If something good comes out of peace talks, if they have peace, then I would expect the markets to continue climbing up. If we leave those peace talks and we're in like limbo land, then that would not be good for the markets. Markets want certainty, and they might go down because of that. And if we leave there and Donald Trump gets angry and he's like, we're gonna bomb them to the Stone Age, back to the Stone Age, then you're gonna see cryptocurrencies drop and you're gonna see the price of oil start rocketing up higher. Yeah. What says my music is quite loud. Okay, let me go ahead and turn it down just a little bit more for you guys. But then my my YouTube guys are gonna barely hear the music. Yeah. All right, I just turned it down a little bit there for you. What? All right. Let's get back into it again here. So Aria, currently trading at 60 cents. I don't think I've ever charted this cryptocurrency. Looks like Aria is going up and to the right. It's looking fine and dandy to go up to higher prices. Probably the thing I want to look for is do we have momentum to go up to higher prices here? Are we starting to lose our momentum? Let's look at the one of the momentum indicators, which is the MACD indicator. And the MACD indicator is showing buying pressure. However, you had a little bit of a scare here on Wednesday where you kind of dropped down a little bit on the buying pressure. You got that right there. You got this blue line starting to curve down, but then buying pressure started showing up again. So I think Aria is fine and Danny, but he had a little bit of scare that earlier this week. Oh yeah, for sure you did have a scare, right? You had a red daily candle. Looks like it dropped down 43% in one day. Yeah, that's good enough to knock down the buying pressure for sure. Let's see what the money flow is looking like on Aria. Is money still going into Aria? Yeah, money is still going into Aria. You got the green money flow here, and it's rising and climbing. However, you're kind of in like overbought territory here. You had a red sell dot that came in on Monday. That probably gave you the forewarning that something bad was going to happen because we did see something bad happen on Wednesday. Now look, now you have a green buy dot saying that maybe money might start coming back into Aria again. So that's a little bit interesting. Okay. I got the VRVP indicator still on. The VRVP indicator is showing that most of the volume is below you. If we're not able to sustain the prices where we're at right now on Aria, you could have a significant drop. I mean, you already had a significant drop. This thing dropped like 43% on Thursday. I thought it was Wednesday, but it looks like it's Thursday. And then here again on Friday, you got the green up 54% today. So this thing is just volatile, to say the least. But I think we could, if we were to drop down again, we could drop down to this 21 EMA sitting at 43 cents. That's like at least a 25% drop from where we are right now. Just doing the mental math off the top of my head, but let me just double check my work here, make sure my mental math is good here. Yeah, you'd be dropping down 29% if you get back down to that 21 EMA. Even further, if we don't hold on to that 21 EMA, there's really not much volume on the VRVP indicator showing you support until you get down to this value area high sitting at 20 cents. So if 43 cents can't hold, you might get chopped in half again down to 20 cents here. So look out below. I mean, you already had your scare here on Thursday. This thing is capable of just dropping like a rock on you. Okay. So just keep that in mind. I'd be very careful with this cryptocurrency. You also got bearish divergence showing up here in the charts as well. I'd be very careful that this thing might want to drop down again on you. Keep your stop losses tight is all I got to say. Just like Porky, right? Porky says keep your stop losses tight. All right. So that's Avantis in a nutshell. I'm not sure. I didn't really give you upside price action. I kind of give you like the downside price action. Upside price action. Let me just draw my Fibonacci. Let's get some Fibonacci targets. I don't think this thing has ever been this high before. But we'll take it down to there. We got a 1272 that says this thing could get up to like 96 cents. And then we got a 1618 that says that this thing could get up to $1.19, which would be basically a double in price from where we are right now. So that's crazy. That's crazy to think. But yeah, this thing could possibly 2x on you. I don't know when, but it's saying that it's capable of doing it if it wants to do it or not. All right, moving on from Aria, we'll take a look at VVV. And I think this is the one that got away for DZ. DZ was talking about this in the Discord. He said he sold, and then it just kept on going higher on him. DZ, you can't get upset about missed gains. Missed gains is none of your business. You sold and you took profit. You should be happy with that. Don't be greedy. Okay. You talking about selling and then seeing this thing climb up to higher prices. That's the greed talking. Okay. If you are in a good position and you hit your target and you think it could go higher, my recommendation is sell like 90% of your position on your leverage trade, and then hold on to 10% in case it does go up to higher prices. But if you hit your target, you hit your target. Don't get greedy, because I think look what happened, right? We saw with Venice token here, VVV. Yeah, sure. We climbed up to $8. Okay. But look where we're at right now. We're at $7.50. So you had a pullback too. Okay. Almost like a almost like a 10% pullback. Okay. So don't get greedy. You did the right thing by taking profit. You should be happy with yourself. But if you want to game plan things better, I would say just sell 90% and then hold on to 10%, see if it does go up, some more on you. Or maybe sell 80% and let 20% run up to higher prices. You play with the numbers as it makes sense for your own portfolio. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy here on TikTok and YouTube, looking at the charts, trying to entertain you guys as best as I can and educate you guys about the technical analysis here. And yeah, whatever I say is not supposed to be financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. You can do whatever you want, but that's how I would, do things. Because I've had the same thing happen to me where I've seen, stocks or crypto go up higher than where I sold it at. And it sucks, but you're not going to get the top all the time. So you might as well just take your profit and be happy with it. All right, let's see. What says me turning the volume down didn't really change anything? Oh, that's unfortunate. Let me see if I can turn down some more on my end here. Uh, I thought I turned it down pretty well here. It's gonna be like almost like no volume there. So that's as good as I can get it there for you. What? The volume is hardwired. Well, I mean, I could also try to turn it down one more time here on my speaker volume, and that's all I can do for you right there. Now I can barely hear the music myself, and I know my YouTube guys can barely hear it. All they can hear is my voice and maybe me breathing. All right. Okay. So let's just try to finish up the analysis here on Venice token. I didn't really give you your targets, the upside. There has been some bearish divergence that's forming here. You can see that with these purple magenta lines here. That's my DLX algo indicator indicating that there's some bearish divergence. Without even looking at the RSI, it's telling me that there's some bearish divergence there. However, you did get here on the daily time frame, the DLX algo indicator did say go long on Thursday. And of course, you are up and heading to the right to higher prices here. I do have a Fibonacci target here at $8.58. I think that's what we did here on March 2nd. So $8.50. That should be your target. I gotta adjust this. This is actually should be like right there. 850. Yeah. Okay. And if you are so your first target to the upside, I believe, would be 850. If the thing continues to be bullish, and your second target is going to be $10.36. That's your 1272 Fibonacci extension target to the upside. And then we did have a bull flag target using the measured move from the bull flag that we were in. It looks kind of like that. You just take it and put it like right where we're breaking out. And this is saying that we could head up to like 1150. So 850, 1030, and 1150, that blue number right there. I would use that as targets, the upside, if you can continue longing and staying long on this cryptocurrency here. All right, let me get some water. I'm gonna check in the chat, see what you guys have to say about what I just said there. Let's see my TikTok guys. What are you guys saying over here? Do I do song requests? So I can't really play like copyright music or else YouTube's gonna shut me down, but I think the volume's actually low enough where YouTube can't even hear the volume. So yeah, what do you have for a song request? I know TikTok doesn't really care about copyright music, so we could play something different here. But give me something that might last like an hour, so I don't have to like keep changing the music. Like, do you have like a playlist or something you can think of? What? And I don't want the music to be too crazy. I don't want to do anything with like swears and profanity in it because I do want to keep it somewhat family friendly here for the people that are watching this live stream with their family and their kids. So, what is your song request there? What? All right. Let me see. I didn't give you the downside target yet. Oh yeah, give me the request there. What? Going back to VVV here. Okay. Uh, I think downside targets is going to be your 786 retracement at $7 here, and also the golden pocket here at $5.80, 587 to be exact. That's your downside target. If we get a nice healthy correction, a healthy pullback here on VVV, VVV is still looking good and a lot bullish than Bitcoin, Solana, and Ethereum. I'll tell you that. For all the cryptocurrencies out there, this thing is still going up into the right. It's been doing that since December of last year. So this might be the cryptocurrency to get into if you guys are looking for something that actually goes up in value. You don't have anything. All right. Next, you want to take a look at NCTS. Is that the next request there? Crypto Zyka says, I'd like to include you in a 50 to 10,000 Solana meme coin challenge. Are you up for it? Probably not. I'm not up for that meme coin challenge. NCTS and next is the tune. All right. I'll do that for you. Why not? And then maybe I might come back to the regular scheduled program music here after that song is done playing. So NCTS next. Oh man. So if I play this, are you gonna then tell me to turn the volume up? What is this? Okay. It's like house music, I believe. Some EDM music. There you go. I got your song request. It's only gonna last a minute and 50 seconds, and then I gotta go back to my regular music. Oh, you like to watch the charts pump with that song on? It's fire. Okay. All right. Let's look at another asset here. We're gonna look at the price of oil because we know that will actually get affected by whatever happens tomorrow with the peace talks. So let's look at the price of oil real quick here. Price of oil currently trading at $96.08. I do like to trade oil myself. Oil has some support here at $95, $96, which is what we've been holding on to the last couple of days here. We did get that nasty drop on Wednesday after Donald Trump said that there was going to be a ceasefire, but then that ceasefire has been looks like it's been broken by Israel and Iran. They just keep going at it with each other. So maybe that was just the United States just not firing any missiles for a while here. Okay, but the markets did recover. The price of oil did recover back up to like $97. It actually got up to like $103 here on Thursday. But price of oil is kind of being shy right now. It's hanging out near the golden pocket and also above this $95 level here. But if we are going to continue being bullish here, I think we could head up to this 76 retracement at $107 before we make another run up to about $119 here for oil. Okay. And if oil is going to be bearish, if we have peace and we start singing kumbaya and give each other hugs, then we could see oil drop down below $95 down to like this $87 area that I've highlighted here. That was a support area that if we just look back to like previous price history here, $87 was an area that we kind of topped out here back in April of 2024. It acted as support and resistance here in October of 2023. So I think that's just an important level for us to look out for if $95 is not going to hold here on oil. $87 is the next target. And then there's also the 0.382 at $83. So maybe 83, 87 is where we kind of like ping pong between those two levels there before oil drops down further. And that all depends on if they open up the Strait of Hormuz. But I'm a little bit curious what's going to happen with the peace talks tomorrow because are they going to actually open up the Strait of Hormuz? Are they going to open up the Strait of Hormuz and let Iran collect a toll booth fee of like $2 million per an oil tanker? I don't know, but if they do that, that's going to probably keep the price of oil up, or it's just going to cause a little bit of inflation for people here. Let me try to get my music back up and running again here. All right. DZ says we need a coin to run up just like Rave. Yeah, Rave. I missed that Rave. I missed out on Rave. I didn't know Rave was gonna be partying hard like that this week. Because if so, I would have got into a long on it. I tried shorting Rave earlier today, but that didn't really play out. It just kept, I just kept on staying at the highs for the day, and I was just like, all right, I give up on this short. I think I lost like $5 on the short, and that was it. Yeah. Well, let's see. Let's take a look at Rave Coin. Why not? I mean, I was in it earlier today. Rave on Mexi. Yeah, and good thing I got out of it because Rave is actually at a higher price than where I sold it at. I sold it near like $1.55. I got in at $1.51. Rave currently trading at $1.61. Got as high as like $1.63 just recently. And then earlier today it got up to like $1.69. That's where I kept my stop loss. I kept my stop loss at like $1.69. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame here. On the 1 hour time frame, this thing is still going up and to the right, up and to the right. Okay. I saw this $1.69 hit earlier this morning, and I was like, okay. And I saw it drop down like this, but then I saw it, kind of bounce back up. And I think what I did was I had the VRVP indicator on, show me high volume here. And where's that high volume? Kind of like right at right at $1.50, $1.51. So I was like, okay, we got high volume node here at $1.50. When the price was at like $1.20 or $1.30, I was waiting for this thing to climb back up, and then I entered the short. But here's the thing: it just kept on climbing up. It kept on climbing up, and then I was like, all right, well, my stop loss is at $1.69. Once I saw this thing drop down to like $1.55, I was like, all right, I'm out of this short because this thing looks like it still wants to stay strong, and it's still staying strong, and it's still going up and to the right, up and to the right. How much higher could this thing possibly go? Well, let's see. Looks like bull flags on top of bull flags on top of bull flags. I think I'm gonna go into the daily chart here and try to do a Fibonacci on this thing. I think that'd be the best way to figure out how much higher it could go. But I mean, this is ridiculous. Look at this. Here on Thursday, up 200%. Friday, up 61%. Now today is actually a new day, believe it or not. It's now a new day in cryptocurrency world. We had a new day. This candle is only 30 minutes old, but it's a daily candle that's only 30 minutes old. It's a baby. It's a baby candle right now. But let's move to Fibonacci on this one, okay? We're gonna do Fibonacci, try to figure out how much higher it could possibly go. Looking at that 1272, this thing could probably hit $2.09. And then if it was gonna continue being more bullish, it could hit like $2.60. And if it's gonna be bearish, for whatever reason, you would expect a normal pullback to the golden pocket here at $1.12, $1.17. I think that's where I had like my take profit on my short, but the thing didn't really want to go down, so whatever. I guess we could wait until it does hit 209, and then we could try to short it. But for now, I would just leave this one alone. Maybe you want to play the long and try to long this and try to ride it up to $2.09, but just keep in mind, like here on the 1 hour time frame, we do have bearish divergence showing up here. Let me just show that to you here with the RSI indicator, but you're making lower highs on the RSI while making higher highs on the price. So you're playing with fire, trying to long this one as well. So I think it's better just not being a trade on it. If you're in the long, you stay in the long and see how much more money you can make. Shorting it, I don't think this thing's ready to be shorted right now. We did have a guy in my Discord that was talking about trying to short it, and I tried to join him with him because I did see the bearish divergence on the 1 hour time frame. But this thing just wants to keep on going up and to the right. So yeah, short's not really playing out right now. All right, let's get back into the chat here on TikTok, see what you guys have to say about things going on here. What says at 58.12? You said also checking Dash pumping hard. The downtrend on daily converges with the $4.4 fib level. All right, you want to take a look at Dash? Is that what I'm gathering here? And we'll take a look at Dash. Why not? So I don't know why TikTok, my TikTok views are not showing up here when I'm doing the horizontal stream here. Should I just continue doing TikTok on the phone instead of doing TikTok live? Because every time I do TikTok live studio, try to do things here where you can see my face and see the chart, TikTok doesn't send anybody my way. But when I go on, the vertical format on the phone, that's when I get more people showing up on TikTok. So I'm thinking like I might have to just continue doing YouTube streams, horizontal, format, landscape format, and then just do TikTok on the phone. All right, we're now looking at Dash here. If you guys like share the live stream with your friends or family who are also interested in cryptocurrencies and looking at the charts here, by all means, go ahead and do that. Let's try to get the word out there. Let's go ahead and smash that like button. See if we can get the algorithm fired up here for TikTok. I know my YouTube guys are doing the best. You guys smashing that like button, appreciate that. All right, so here we are. We're looking at Dash currently trading at $46.54. Looking at the 1 hour time frame, looks like Dash is making a mad dash to higher prices here. You see what I did there? Let's go ahead and draw a Fibonacci on this one too. He topped out at 47.95. Taking the Fibonacci down to this last higher low here. And if we're going to continue being bullish here on Dash, if Dash is going to keep going up and to the right, looks like we could hit the 1272 at $52.37, or we could hit the 1618 at $57.98. I don't know if that was the same numbers you were looking at. But I got 57.98 for the 1618. I think you mentioned 58.12 was your target. Thank you, what for sharing the live there. I appreciate that. I see that. So yeah, those are my two targets. The upside, if we're gonna continue being bullish here on Dash, 52.37 and 57.98. If we're gonna just drop for whatever reason, look what you got here. You got some confluence between the golden pocket here at 42.28 and the 21 EMA at 42.86. So I think $42 is where we could drop down initially and get a bounce off that white line there and continue being bullish if we're going to continue being bullish here. But if we're not, I mean, you got support here at the 50-day moving average at $34.65, and that's like confluent with the 0.236. That'd be a very deep retracement here for Dash. All right, I'm going to now move on out of Dash. Move out of the 1 hour chart. Let's see what the bigger picture is for Dash here. Oh, wow. Okay, Dash is doing some interesting things here. Just all of a sudden getting bullish over this past week here. I don't know what the hell happened with Dash here, but it decided to start running up on us here. And you're coming up on this 200-day moving average, which is very important. Okay, that's usually where you can expect resistance. It's at $46.27. That's literally where we're at $46.36. So I think Dash is going to have some trouble here. Maybe go sideways for a little bit until it decides it likes this price, and then maybe we can go up to higher prices. But if you get past that 200-day moving average, you're pretty much over all the moving averages. All the moving averages are going to be below you. All right. But this leads me to believe that there could be a correction coming for Dash. Usually you just don't just go exponentially up and go past the 200-day moving average and just continue going up. If we do continue going up, I would for sure look for a short at $58 here for Dash. That's what I'd be looking for. And I just want to throw up the VRVP indicator, see if there's anything interesting with the VRVP indicator here. Yeah, there's a high volume note here at $58.90, which is close to that $58 target. So I would for sure. Dash could, there's a gap here at like $50, going all the way up to like $58. $58 is like X marks the spot. I would definitely take some profit on at $58 for Dash. DZ's like DoorDash? No, we're not talking about DoorDash. We're talking about Dash, the cryptocurrency. You're funny, DZ. Well, guys, believe it or not, it is Friday night, and I'm in San Jose, Costa Rica. If there's not any more requests, I think I might end the live stream earlier than I usually do, so I can go out and have some fun tonight. Why not? So I can go find a beautiful Costa Rican girl for DZ over here. Yeah, I'll let them know that DZ is interested in Costa Rican girls, and I'll go live stream just for DZ if I find one for him. If I do find one, maybe I'll have to get like DZ's like well actually DZ you're on Discord, so I could probably do like FaceTime on Discord with you. I could do like a video conference call with you if I find a beautiful Costa Rican girl for you. Whoa, DZ, you're in San Jose, California. Whoa, we're over here conquering the San Jose's over here. We're in the same city, just different country. Uh-oh, Lorraine woke up when I said Costa Rican girls. She's all of a sudden like Lorraine's back in the chat here. She said that she fell asleep. What says go have fun. Good luck and have fun. Yeah. Yeah, I might get the night started early here if I can. Um yeah. Yesterday I was with a couple of Costa Rica girls. Some of you guys might have seen that on my TikTok live stream yesterday. My YouTube guys, you didn't really see it because the camera wasn't really facing in their direction, but there was a couple of Costa Rican girls here uh, sharing the same Airbnb that I have. My Airbnb is interesting. There's like two houses on this property. One of them is like the owner's house, and then the other one is a house that's almost as big as the owner's house, but it's like four bedrooms and four kitchens and stuff like that. They have it set up like an apartment, so it's like I have my own kitchen, bathroom, and bedroom is one of the units here, and then there's like three other units, and one of the other units is another girl is living here, and she had her friend over, and I decided to hang out with them after the live stream was over. We had a little bit of wine, a few glasses of wine, just getting to know each other, and yeah, maybe I'll hang out with them again. But yeah, tonight I guess I have to go find another Costa Rican girl to hang out with and drink some wine with. Lorraine says, "Turn down the music." You know what? I turned down the music, but then we had a music request from and what wanted to listen to like this song, which I might play that song on the way out. How about that? And I'll play that song again for what on the way out for the outro music. But I turned it up for him, and let's see. And then I turned it back down again. But I actually no, I did turn it down. Oh wait, no, I think I did not turn it down on the YouTube channel that I'm watching on this stuff on. But you know what? We're going to listen to that music on the way out here. Yeah, it was what was fault. Blame it on what. All right, guys. I'm gonna call it a night. We'll try to go live again around the same time on Monday. Is Monday gonna be a good time for me to do this? Yeah, we'll plan on. If I go live earlier than that, I'll let you guys know. Or if I go live later, I'll let you guys know on the Discord, or I'll let you guys know that on the Discord and Twitter, the Meet Demon Twitter as well. Okay. But yeah, we usually go live around this time, like 6 p.m. Eastern time, 8 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. Mountain time. All right, what wants to listen to the sped up version of it? Okay, let's go. Let's try to listen to the speed up version of it. NCS, the sped up version. I don't know if I could find the sped up version. How about like this one? Let's listen to this one. It's like a minute and 40 seconds long. I don't know if I'm gonna get in trouble by YouTube for playing copyright music, but whatever. But that's it for this live stream, guys. I'll see you on the next live stream on Monday night. Okay, take care, and I wish you the best of luck in your trading endeavors here. Will we see 76K Bitcoin later on this week and going into next week? Maybe the song will help us pump up to that price. I mean, this song's gonna be pumped up to go out on a Friday night. Yeah. See my YouTube guys. I'm getting pumped up to go out tonight. Should I show my dance moves? All right, don't be corny, Damien. Oh, there you go. My TikTok got restricted by TikTok restricted my video there, you guys. So now you know, like, this is what I'm up against here. It says my TikTok is not eligible for recommendation because I am boring on TikTok. I'm using unoriginal or reproduced content here. They don't like it when I do a trading view on TikTok. I'm starting to get that. I don't give a crap. I'm not even gonna peel it. F them as far as I'm concerned. So I guess I have to do TikTok on the phone because this is just not working out when I do it on the landscape portion here. So, anyways, I will see you guys here on Monday. We're gonna do TikTok on the phone. We're gonna do YouTube on the computer again. Okay, and it's probably gonna be like that for a while because I try to do TikTok live. I try to do TikTok live studio. They keep punishing me for being educational here and helping you guys out. All right, take care, guys. I will see you on Monday.